Hello everybody, this is Athena, or AMG Plans, on Instagram, and as you can see, I am back in my bullet journal. Not that I haven't been in it, I actually did something really small for June. This was actually the only thing that I did. I didn't do any trackers or anything. I did, and I don't want you guys to see it, but I did a 6-month kind of, not really a review, but just things that I'd like to get done at the end of the 6 months. Just, to get it, things that I want to achieve by the end of the year. One of them, of course, is to finish my novel, which I think will get done around August, to tell you the truth. I'll have more time to actually write it. But, it's July. Well, not yet, but it's close. Wasn't it just June? I swear to God, I had my birthday last week. Anyway, figured that I would set up a spread. Now, because I live in the USA, for people that don't know, the July 4th is Independence Day, and I figured that I would kick it off with some stamps that that are obviously part of the whole Independence Day. So we got this flag, and this, and I'll be using Happy 4th of July. These are all from Sweet Stamp Shop. If they are still available, I'll link them down below. I'm not 100% sure because the Rixons, Nicole and her husband, I'm sorry, I can't remember his name, just had a baby last month? Yeah, I think on the 28th. They had Olive. Her nickname is Bunny. But yeah, they had Olive Rixon, and I think her name is Olive. I didn't really check, and I'm not going to right now. But yeah, they had their baby last month. So she is taking some much needed time off just to bond with her child. And I'm excited for her. It was really awesome to watch everything just sort of take place. They moved, they downsized, they did a lot of stuff. I also have, let me clear these out. So these ones are from FAWN, or not from, goodness gracious, these ones are from Sweet Stamp Shop. These ones, well, I think that this one is from them too. I think this one's from Sweet Stamp Shop too. And then I have this, and let me get this out of here. And that. And these two are from FAWN. They actually have, let me see if I can, no, focus on that. Oh my goodness. Okay, yeah, they actually say FAWN on here. Both of them do. This one is Happy Village. This one is Upon a Star. And I'll be using the animals for this. And then I have a date stamp, which, thought I had the rest of them. Oh, okay, cool. They're over here. This one is a very old one. One of the first stamps I ever got. You can tell by how yellow it is. That's just what polymer stamps do. They age whenever you use them. They also dye a little bit whenever you use red or any dye, really. But, yeah, as you can tell, they're sort of getting a little bit old. But this one is from WaffleFlower, and they've got some awesome stuff, especially in her early years. She was doing a lot of cool things. There are a lot of people that make date stamps. So, yeah, I've got some thoughts in mind for this, so hopefully it works out. I will also be doing something called masking. So I'm going to be doing some layers, and I will walk you through how to do layers. Because without it, it's just, without masking, it just isn't going to work. There are a lot of other things you can do, but this is the easiest technique. So my thought is that, and I've already pre-cut out the mask so that you don't get to see me struggle left-handed. And yeah, because, yeah. So we've got this. And I've got her, and of course, ta-da! No, I'm gonna actually show you a little bit of what I'm doing. I mean, you'll see it anyway if you follow the whole thing through. Oh my gosh. Yeah. So that's a little bit. I am going to have the fireworks that are on here. Now I've got a couple of ways to do this because I would like to put the town behind her. I realize that while New York City is not, you know, New York City looks nothing like that, but it still, you know, gives you the illusion of town behind her, of community. I'm not going to get into the political side of this. So anyway, I'll be putting the Happy Village behind her. And I'm thinking that I might use this for like mood stamps. So I can place 31 on here and we'll see how that goes. It's just a thought in my head right now. And then I would like to do, I have this flag and I don't know if I want to put it behind her or behind here. I'm not quite sure yet. I think I'm gonna put it behind her. Well, I don't know because I've got, I mean, that and the town and everything. Yeah. Okay, so I'm gonna put this behind here, I think. So it'll look something like this. And yeah, that is kind of small and the flag's big, but it works out. I'm gonna also be doing the fireworks will run across here too, and the little animals from Upon a Star will be down at the bottom. So yeah, it sounds good in theory. I'm also going to probably do Happy 4th of July will be somewhere. Not quite sure where yet, but it'll be somewhere. So the trick to working with, we're gonna start on this side. I'm gonna set this stuff up here. The trick to working with doing masks is, I wish that I had sticky notes. This is just cardstock. And I'm going to just get some tape. You can also do little repositionable tape. You can do repositionable glue, but that one's completely up to you. If you're going to be coloring it, some of the glue might get stuck on there, or it might be hard to color over. So I'm just going to prep her with a little bit of tape right there. And I'll set her here. I'm going to put down, going to get her on the stamping block. Okay. And I'm going to be using this, which is the Dewdrop Memento Tuxedo Black. It shows up really well. I I didn't want to do any lineless coloring. I think it only looks good on flowers, only because I've done lineless coloring before with, I can't remember what, I think it was with the gnomes, and I didn't really like it. So I'm going to put her right here. Ta-da! And then I'm going to put this, which I have already cut out, right on top. Now, what I did was I pre-cut this, and it's called fussy cutting because it's a real fuss to cut it. Fuss wouldn't be the word that I would use. That's just the term that I have heard. And it would definitely be something else if it were me naming it. But I can understand because it's at least a word that everybody can use. So I'm going to be using these, and then I will do this behind her. Now the easiest way to do this is to get a different stamp block. Either you can use something big and rectangular like this because it'll make sure to cover all of that, or you can just use a bigger stamp block in general than the one that you already had. It is easier for me to use this so that I can just do it all in one go. Open this up. So the idea is whenever I stamp this, You can see, yeah, you'll be able to see. Let me get you a little bit closer. Put this down just a little bit. I'm sorry for the motion sickness. Nope, that's too high. Okay. So whenever I stamp this, you can see where she is on here still. This little part, so yeah, this part that will be stamped on here, and it won't be stamped on there. Basically what you have to do is it's reverse whenever you mask things. Let me get this back into position. Not sponsored by Dr. Pepper. Oh, a little bit lower. Oh goodness. Alright, there we go. Okay. So lift that up. You could hear a little bit of it sticking. I only use this maybe a handful of times whenever you have new stamps. The best thing to do when you have new stamps is to either take your hand, as long as you don't have lotion or anything on your hand, and you can either take your hand into this, or you can put it on your pants or on your shirt. So yeah, it's just to get the unsticky out. That way the ink clings to it a little bit better. And hopefully I can get over here enough. Alright. Ta-da! It's a little okay. Because and you can tell, like, right in here, it kind of went up and moved a bit. But at least I got over here. I will be able to use a black pen. And that's what I'm going to do right now. While she is still right here, I'm going to use a black pen and just... Normally that happens with whenever you're doing a larger stamp, and sometimes it doesn't cover. That's why it's better to get some sort of stamping block, like not this block, but like a We Are Memory Keepers has one where the stamp sets right there and you're able to do it. There's also a Misty in, I think, 3 different sizes that will also help you with this problem. But my other issue is that if it were just a single page, like just this, I would have been able to put it in my Misty and have it go. So I am going to put these back. I don't clean off my stamps unless I'm using dye instead of, or not dye, but like really messy ink. You can tell with let me bring it up here in a second. You can tell with my date stamps, while there's old age, oh, there we go. There it is. You can tell with this one, this red one, and December, I did not wash them off because and even up here, I didn't wash it off, and that was my fault. So anyway, you got this, and if I take her off of here, you can see that she is still right there. Now it looks like she's a big old giant, but that's okay. That's not really what I was going for, but I'm good with it. Okay, so I think what I'm going to do is find what I was looking for. There it is. Okay, so I'm going to put Happy 4th of July up here. And I'll color it, and then because I use Crayola, I don't think that it will matter. I don't think that the fireworks will harm it too much, and even if it does, then that's okay. I will probably, if I get too pressed for room, I will probably take some of this and just pat it down so that the ink doesn't get onto the other paper. I want to, here. Now most of this, with the exception of me fussy cutting the stuff out and picking out stamps, I really didn't decide where I wanted stuff. And I like that. I really enjoy the organic feel of the whole thing. I'm going to put this in blue. If I can find a good blue. I'm also, what I'm doing on here, this has lines. And I am trying to line this up and not bonk my head. Yeah, that works. Okay, so trying to find a good blue. I want a nice, bold, holy crap, that's blue. And this works. This is Danube Blue. There we go, that's better. Okay. And I think I'm going to put that right there. Ta-da! You look so pretty. Okay. And so this is the fun part. Well, I guess I could... I really want to put the, I guess the... Oh, goodness. Copper, it was me. Cobb. No. I have a beagle. Can you tell? Hold on. Come here. Quiet. Holy cow, puppy. Shush. Okay? Hey, no, look. That's what I was doing. Shush. Right now it's just me and him. So every single noise that happens or that doesn't happen, he has a tendency to bark at. So he's gonna do the boof thing for a little bit. If you have if you have a dog that barks back, you totally understand. So I'm going to... Do I want it? I want it black. I like blue. I really like this color blue, but I don't want it to dominate the whole thing. I will, however, put the circle on there. Okay. Hey, close. I tried to get them in the square. I realized that I would have had to move this over and put my head over it and everything. You don't need to see my head. So I will put this back. Now, I don't know all of the dates and everything that are happening, but I am going to put this down. This is the circle. And I will have this in blue for 4th of July. Best part is, it's kind of like Cinco de Mayo. You know, it says exactly what it is. Excuse my head. Close enough. Okay. And then I will do July on here. So what I think I'm going to do, I will save this and the July for whenever the fireworks on here get to be a lot. Alright. Try to get my... I'm not dyslexic. And I feel sorry for anybody that is. My brain can do this. It's not that bad. But it hurts. Okay. This is the one bad thing with like block letters and stuff, is that they have that little bit of extra. And it's just hard sometimes to actually stamp with, I guess. Also, there's a little bit of a, more of a space in there than what normally is. That looks about centered. Alright. Yay! And put these back. And this way I'll be able to color them in. So, in case you don't know or you haven't seen any of any of my other videos up here on my channel, I am going to be doing Camp NaNoWriMo, which is basically one of the 3 Camp NaNoWriMos. November is National Novel Writing Month, and that's whenever it really, whenever it really kicks off. That's, 50,000 words in a month, which is ridiculous and something that I will never be able to accomplish because I don't want to, because my attention span doesn't go that far. Also, there is one Camp Nano in April and then one next month. And that is basically a, just a prep, I guess. Or if you wanted to write something a little bit extra, that's your time to do it, just to test yourself out. It's also a very good time to edit. There are a couple of different ways that you can do it to where it's not just words. So if you want to look at kind of a prep video, I guess, I have a prep video and I'll be linking it right up there so that you can see it. I'm going to put this on there too. Now, as you can see, I use the mask for this because I don't want, I'm going to be using black for it too. And I didn't really want, I guess that I could do the L and the Y also. That's going to be fun. Okay, and I don't want to use any repositionable glue, mostly because I don't want the glue to stick to the paper, so that whenever I color and it decides that it's going to be a pain in the butt, most like this tape. I should be safe with that. L and the Y, because of why not? That is a big piece of tape and I didn't mean to do that. That's okay. I can do this. Haha. That way I can put it on the bottom part of the Y. Okay. Y. Anyway, fantastic. So, put black on here. So I do have a whole lot to color, which is good, I miss being in here. I miss setting up trackers and stuff, and I haven't been doing it in a while, just because it's really been boring. Is boring the right word? No, not really, because it wasn't boring. It's just been hard to keep up with. Hard to keep up with. I'm really pressing down on this because I want it to actually show up. Yeah, I kind of figured that it would be a little bit harder on there. That's okay, I have a black pen. Anyway, I really wasn't feeling it, and it's the same way with anything. I mean, I know people who get bored with work, or they get bored with working out, or they get bored with writing, or just bored in general. And at that point, so you don't start hating it, then it is time to take a break, I believe. And I mean, I knew that. Like you can see with June, like you saw with June, I didn't even do anything. I didn't do any trackers. I didn't do nothing. So there's a line that goes right here. This, and then I need to do a little bit of improvising. Okay. Yeah, that kind of works. I am horrible at stars, so let's see how this goes. Ta-da! Okay. So there's that. So I also want to do these little creatures so that they can look up and see the fireworks. And I'm not going to have a whole bunch of them on there. I'll do this again. I have some bunnies. I mean, I'm going to put all of them out here. But at least this way, everybody can be watching the fireworks. Also, if you are a card maker, these are awesome to have for really any occasion. Like for birthdays, they can be looking up at balloons or they can be holding balloons. For, I guess, St. Patty's Day, you really can't do anything unless, you know, they're holding up beer steins, I guess. But yeah, I really like these. I've used these for a lot. For Christmas, they can be looking up at the snow falling, or they can be looking up at the sun, depending on, you know, where you celebrate Christmas. I think I'm just going to have these right in the middle. Oh my goodness. So anyway, as I was saying, and I totally lost my frame of my brain right there. I'm gonna be participating in Camp NaNoWriMo. My project is to keep working on the book that the book that I'm writing right now. Okay, I'm going to have to try to redo this. This is going to be so much fun. But I'm going to be working on finishing up what I'm writing now. I'm going to cheat and take this out because that may have been causing some of the problem. And you're going to see the back of my head. Well, actually, I'm going to drag this down a little bit more so that I can look right over it. This is the worst part, is trying to line this all up. Alright, and then that way I can get my thumb underneath it. Hopefully, this works out. Ha! Fantastic. Okay. I'm not going to tempt fate anymore. I'm just going to leave it like that. Okay. Steak. Put these guys back. They also have a polar bear. I think it's polar bear. Maybe it's bunny and fox too. For a winter scene where they have scarves. I have that as well. Nah, I think it's polar bear. But I have that as well, and I just wasn't going to bring it out because it's summertime here. Yeah. Okay, so I think what I'm going to do is do like, well, I'm not going to do white because that's not going to work. So I'm going to probably do like, I have so many inks. Do red. And gray will be the new white. And this will be dark. Okay, cool. So whenever I do this, it'll basically be red, white, blue, and it will be a mood tracker. So if like this is happy, this is in the middle, and this is sad, we'll just do that. Or like bad day, good day, I guess, you know, in the middle, bad day. And then I can do a variation of whatever, because I'll be able to take this and stamp some of it and then stamp another part. So I might have one that's very colorful, or I might have one that is not. Either way, that's the thought process. So I am going to fast forward this and color it, I guess. I'm really not sure what else to say at the moment. So that would be the easiest thing to do, is to fast forward and color. So I hope that you can't hear my daughter scream crying, but I'm sure that you can. Tried to get this part done as quickly as I could before they came back. She's 4 years old. She's in that stage of life right now where she will scream no, and we're trying to keep that. I'll try to not encourage that. So this is gonna be my basically the spread that I have for the opening page, and I'm really happy with it. And then there will be different. I put this on the wrong side. Holy cow. But I will have this basically throughout in different colors, which will be awesome. I'm really excited about it. For the trackers, I'm not really sure what I want yet, to tell you the truth. I know that I want something, but I'm just not sure what. I need to look back on some previous trackers that I had. I know that I will have one for Camp NaNoWriMo, but I'm not really sure how I want to set that up yet. So for right now, this is how this is gonna work. I will definitely let you guys know. Let me see when I'm gonna post this. Hold on. I will be posting this probably Wednesday, so around the 26th. So if I get anything else, you know, before then, or even after then, because I'm gonna be updating you guys every week. I'll be doing weekly spreads and stuff. So I will make sure to post it on here. There are also only 8 lines instead of 13, so that's why the bottom one isn't red, and it's bugging the crap out of me, just so you know. So yeah. So I'm really excited with how this turned out. It turned out really well. I actually like the two-page spread. So I think that I will probably be doing a little scene here and then something else over here from now on. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this. I realized that it was kind of quick, but at least it was kind of, you know, talkative through the beginning. If you liked it, make sure to give me a thumbs up, and please subscribe for more. You can look back on the other videos if you want, and if you hit the bell that's down there, you'll be able to see more videos coming up. It'll notify you anytime that I post a video. Until then, thanks so much for watching, and enjoy the last few days of June that we have, and happy 4th of July. And if you're celebrating, you know, if you're if you're not in the Americas, holy crap, if you're not part of the United States, then happy July.